Hey guys, quick checkup with NVIDIA. So I'm going to run through some of these kind of moving averages and the MACD, the RSI with this trade. So as you can see, NVIDIA's been doing really well. It's been running up. It's super bullish. It's going to try and get back to its all-time highs today, or possibly by Friday. But if you look at the MACD, guys, you can see, if I show you, can you see where the blue line has crossed the orange line and it stayed above that white on the MACD, guys? So it stayed above that white dotted line. That's showing you that it's still trending upwards. Can you see that? So in this particular trade, for now, it's still staying above that white line, that white dotted line. So we're still in the upward trend. Any pullbacks are just pullbacks to keep going forward. And the RSI has obviously dipped a little bit on the pullback, but it will keep going back up so long as the MACD shows that the blue and orange lines are still above that white dotted line on the MACD, guys. So NVIDIA is doing really well. And as I say, if you pull out, you can see there is a inverted head and shoulders pattern that, if you can make out, is very bullish. Let me just hide most of these so you can see it clearer. So can you see, guys, that is a inverted head and shoulders. Can you see the inverted head and shoulders if I draw it out for you? Can you see, guys, this inverted head and shoulders? It means we're heading to the moon, guys. That's a very, 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 very good sign to see. So there, that inverted head and shoulders is showing you that this is a super bullish stock for today. If I remove these, I'll draw it out a bit better so you can see. Hang on, guys. So here, there. That's what an inverted head and shoulders is, guys. Look, can you see? You've got the shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder, and then it will keep going. So another thing to note is when you're trading this, you can trade on the 1 minute so that you can see where to enter and where to exit. Can you see on the 1 minute candle? Each candle represents 1 minute, and it gives you a clearer indication of where to get in and where to get out. Especially when you're about to, get out of a stock or buy into a stock. Can you see, guys, here? But if you zoom out to a larger time frame, you can see where you are in the actual life cycle of the actual stock. So if you go into a 5 minute, you can see you're not quite done yet. And if you go into a 10 minute, you can definitely see that you're not quite done yet, because look, the MACD is still going up, so it's just a pullback. So the deeper you go into these candles, into more detail, that's how you structure where you get your point of entry and your point of exit for best prices. But when you're seeing whether the trade is over or not over, you need to zoom out to a larger time frame. Like in the 10 minute, you can see that red candle is just a pullback. But if you went into the 5 minute, you can see it's just consolidating. But if you went into a 1 minute, you can see, oh, what's going on? Are we tanking? No, you've gone in too deep. That's just for your entry and exit points. So if you go into the 15-minute time frame, if in doubt, always zoom out. If you go into the 15-minute time frame, you can see the MACD has hardly started its move up yet. So you know where it finished with this trade. And if you go into the 30-minute, it's just a pullback. Look, you're about to can you see the MACD is about to cross over into bullish territory. So don't hold, don't exit your trade yet. It's not quite done. And if you go into the 1 hour, you can see it's still pushing up. It hasn't completed yet. Can you see, guys, from the MACD? It's still going, it's still trending upwards. So that was just a quick update from NVIDIA, guys. Okay, catch you guys later. Matcha tea and out. Guys, I had to record this quickly. NVIDIA is just breaking out of its Bollinger Band. Oh my goodness, it's on a tear. Don't know what the good news is, but look at it. It's going ballistic. It's super, super bullish. I really hope it gets up to 143, 144, 145 today. This is like an amazing super rocket of firepower. It's like super bullish. Look at the RSI. It's heading towards 90. I'm making money back on my options play. Oh, thank goodness. I had to sit through this as it went down all the way to 137 this morning. Anyway, we're back on the move. Okay, guys, catch you later. Howdy, 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 guys. Good evening. So it's just gone past 7:30 in the UK. The kind of power hour is within another hour over in with the stocks, but I'm already out of all my plays. There are kind of like three best times that a lot of people have like noticed for the stocks, which is first thing in the morning, kind of like around about 9:30, 10:30ish time. And then the next great time, you know, to trade would be around about 12:30. These are all the basically regular trading times in the US. So about first thing in the morning, 9:30, 10:30, and then about 12:30. And then the next best time is about 2:30. And then any time after that, you're going to get a lot of, you know, sideways movement, choppiness, and not really that many big whales or, you know, big buyers in the market. So I've basically exited at around about 5:30ish. So yeah, I'm just doing a quick update for NVIDIA because that's the play that I had to like sit in from yesterday because I'd made an error in the way, because I hadn't played NVIDIA for some time. I'd been concentrating like, you know, and do my YouTube and then playing Palantir the other day for Valentine's Day. And so if you look at the NVIDIA stock there like this, kind of, you know, unmarked, no technical analysis, all you see is the white Bollinger Bands. You can simply just play that with the Bollinger Bands. You know, it'll go from like one end to the other, to one side to the other. It's like guardrails. And I have high Kanashi candles, so it's easier for you to stay in the play. So as it's going down, you can see the red high Kanashi candles, and only when you see a green one will you start to, you know, exit out of your trade. And the same as, you know, when it goes up, obviously the high Kanashi, you'll have pullbacks, but you can literally see within the Bollinger Bands kind of like where you're at. And then if you think it will go all the way through to the other side, then hold your trade. Otherwise you could exit and then come back in when you see a red candle. So many different ways to play these, but obviously I play options. I sometimes play futures, but it's a little bit difficult to concentrate on both at the same time because I only have two hands and, you know, a pair of eyes. So I can't be like, I think this is why people have like 1,000 screens, because they can jump from one screen to the next. But yeah, I'm not really kind of that type of trader. I'm just sticking to one or two in the day. So this is kind of, you know, with it uncharted. So if I add, you know, my drawings to this, now I've got a better idea of what NVIDIA is doing. So the yellow zones that you see there, they're all the support and resistance from the past. So if you scroll past, you can see like how far back this goes. But I'm on the 4-hour chart. So the only reason why I wanted to bring this up, and I made a boo-boo with NVIDIA yesterday, and I had to wait for the trade today to finish it out, was basically I didn't listen to my own kind of word, you know, advice, which is always zoom out. So I kind of like thought, oh, you know, NVIDIA is going up, so I'll jump in, but I forgot to look at the 4-hour chart. And looking at the 4-hour chart, what's the first thing you notice? You notice that there's a long red line that's like trending downwards. So NVIDIA's hit it once, twice, and then the third time was, you know, just yesterday. And unfortunately, I forgot to look at this chart before entering a smaller time frame. And had I looked at this chart, I would have reminded myself that NVIDIA is just about to hit that downward red trending line. So I entered when it was on this green candle here. Can you see where I've got the blue line marked? So that was me entering this trade, thinking that, you know, we broke support. Obviously on the 4 hour you can see the red line, but I was on, you know, trading on a 5 minute or 1 minute chart, so I didn't see that. So I was just going off the yellow support zone that I had. So I thought, oh, look at that, it's breaking out of, you know, support, and it's going to go for it. And then obviously it went to a really good, you know, point. Like the highest point was 143, and then it just dropped slowly over time. And I thought, what's going on? And then suddenly, like, before I knew it, we were into, you know, red candles for the whole day yesterday. So I had to sit through all of that and basically leave it for today. And luckily for me today, it retested that downward trend line, that red line. So it retested it and it's decided to go for it. And look at that. What a huge green candle we have. So I've now exited my trade with a little bit of profit, because obviously, as you know, I've been telling you that options decay with time. And obviously 24 hours is still time, and it did decay my option. But I still managed to get out with some profit. So that's like just very good news. And, you know, NVIDIA is like such a good stock that, you know, we're in a part of where, you know, it's kind of going for its all-time highs again. So I think tomorrow, if it doesn't range within, you know, this 140 area, it could have a chance to keep going until the next resistance up there at 150. So we'll see tomorrow. We'll see how it looks. But that's just a quick update for NVIDIA, guys. So yay, I'm out of that trade with a little bit of profit. And the thing is, I'm glad I held it, because had I, you know, panicked in the past, I would have panicked and like sold out, because all those red candles, you know, would have freaked me out back in the day when I was learning to trade, all those red candles, and I would have sold and just, you know, left my money on the table. But holding it overnight, now that, you know, I have a lot more experience in the bag, I know that, you know, what comes up must come down, and vice versa. So it's just a case of, you know, what is the trend, and it's still trending upwards. So we have like a great recovery. If I go to the 1 minute, you'll see the V-shaped recovery that I kind of experienced today with this. So here was me sat here waiting, and then we had this huge like dip before it had a V-shaped recovery all the way back up, and then I managed to exit at this high point here. And obviously from there it's slowly going up a little bit more, but then it's kind of, you know, kind of resting now until tomorrow. So yeah, guys, that was just a quick update for NVIDIA. I hope you guys had a better trade than I did with that. Hopefully I'll do better with picking my stocks, you know, making sure I look at the bigger time frame. So that's the lesson for today, guys. Always start with your big time frame, even though you know the stock's going up. Just check your big time frame in case you've got, you know, descending, you know, trend lines that are kind of, you know, going to be a resistant point for it. But overall, NVIDIA is really bullish, so we'll keep an eye out for it tomorrow. Okay, guys, that's NVIDIA quick catch up, and yay, I'm out of the trade. Woohoo! Okay, matcha tea and out, guys.